Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a sale where somebody had said yes and then they either backed out after you left, or maybe they said yeah and then they went dark because they didn't sign the purchase order or they didn't help you get to the next stage, but they said yes in front of you? Why did they hide from you? What happened? Well, you probably bought back what you sold. And what does that really mean? Well, most of us, when we hear a yes, we run as fast as we can, get back out the door, into the car, get to the office, celebrate, right? Yeah. The problem is the minute somebody says yes to you, that's when the real work starts, because everybody has that old thing we know called buyer's remorse. Remember, that means they're second guessing their decisions. They start the dialogue and go, hey, how am I going to explain this to Bill or Judy? Is this the right choice? Or maybe I should look some more. You have that kind of feeling all the time. I just bought a car not too long ago. I wasn't even halfway down the street before I said to myself, I wonder if I could have held out for a better deal, or I should have gotten the red instead of the blue, or whatever. So what do you do as a professional salesperson? First of all, I don't want you to be held hostage to this. Remember the mindset, you can't lose anything you don't have, so don't worry about it. So, and what I want you to do is tackle the buyer's remorse head on. So that means what? Well, throughout our sales process, there are probably one or two things that have come up that were perhaps minor objections. Like, so a minor objection might have been somebody wanted a mug in red and all you have is blue, but that's what you had. So they're okay with it. They kind of wanted red, but blue's okay. Blue's their favorite color. So I want you to go back in time when you were talking to them and bring up the objection again, the minor objection that was maybe brushed over, and make sure it's okay. So you might say, Mary, I'm glad we're moving forward, looking forward to an ongoing relationship. I'll definitely work hard to make sure we meet and always exceed your expectations. Hey, before we move on, let me ask you a question. I know a couple weeks ago, you were really looking for red and all we had was blue, and that's what we have now. You said that was okay, but I want to make 100% sure that you're comfortable with that. No? Oh, you better deal with it now. And there's still time to deal with it, right? By the way, when they say no to you, if that ever happens, that's an okay thing, because they're going to say no to you when you leave if they're tempted and dissatisfied that just didn't bring it up in front of you. So now you have the opportunity face-to-face to start your selling again, right? And perhaps save it, because if you didn't deal with it, then that's when they may hide from you, or as we say, go dark. So deal with it. Say, hey, I still kind of wanted red, but well, then you can deal with that. So no one really cares, I guess, which color it is. Let's go ahead and do red. So when you do that from a psychological perspective, what they do is they choose to kind of close that file. So boom, done. So it's psychologically finishing the purchase. So you've dealt with buyer's remorse, and that's the key strategy if you want to be a professional salesperson.